हाय गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन। नमस्कार साथियों, और आई होप आप लोगों का वीकेंड शानदार रहा होगा। सो वंस अगेन वी आर हियर विथ अ न्यू प्रोग्राम एंड we are going to start a new week with this higher education virtual conclave. And as you know that every day there is a new guest, new education leader with us to discuss the higher education challenges way ahead. There are a lot of things are going around these days on the COVID part. Nitesh, hi, good evening. Sanju, good evening. Dipanshu, good evening. Hemlata, good evening. Purnima, good evening. Sapna, good evening. Good evening, everyone. So there are so much is going in the industry today when it comes to COVID and higher education. Millie, hi, good evening. Sanju, good evening. नमस्कार. So बहुत कुछ चीजें बदल रही हैं लगातार, और आप रोज एक नया अगर आप जब शो देखते हैं तो किसी न किसी एक जो जिस गेस्ट स्पीकर को हम लोग लेके आ रहे हैं, आपको हर दिन कुछ नया सीखने को मिलता है। और यूं कहते हैं कि सीखने के लिए हमेशा कुछ न कुछ हमेशा रहता है, अगर आपका फोकस सीखने के ऊपर है तो। एंड अच्छी बात यह कि आजकल अगर इस प्रोग्राम की बात करें हायर एजुकेशन कॉन्क्लेव की, तो हमारे पास हर दिन कोई ना कोई गेस्ट स्पीकर होता है, किसी बड़े संस्थान से वाइस चांसलर होते हैं या फिर कोई बड़ा स्पीकर होता है जो कुछ न कुछ सिखाने के लिए हमें यहाँ पर अपना समय दे रहा होता है। आई बिलीव कि आप लोग सीख रहे होंगे, आई बिलीव कि आप लोगों की लर्निंग में इजाफा हो रहा होगा, आई बिलीव कि आप लोगों की क्लैरिटी आपको और मिल रही होगी आपके टॉपिक पे जिस पे भी चाह रहे हो, चाहे वो आपके बिहेवियरल स्किल से रिलेटेड हो सकती है या फिर किसी डोमेन स्पेसिफिक हो सकती है। सो आई होप कि जो ये शुरुआत है स्किलिंग की, जो एक एफर्ट किया जा रहा है स्किलिंग की तरफ से, आपके लिए हेल्पफुल होगा। और इसको आप जरूर बता सकते हैं हमें कमेंट बॉक्स में कि यस ये प्रोग्राम आपको कैसा लगता जा रहा है। आज हमारे साथ एक वन मोर एजुकेशन लीडर है टुडे, और आज हम बहुत कुछ बातें करने वाले हैं उनके बारे में। और उसके साथ साथ इस प्रोग्राम को जो आज हमारा टॉपिक है, हायर एजुकेशन चैलेंजेस इन सर्च ऑफ अ सस्टेनेबल सिस्टम। सो इस टॉपिक में हम बहुत कुछ बात करने वाले हैं, और आई एम श्योर कि आज हमें एक और नया पर्सपेक्टिव मिलने वाला है, क्योंकि हर एक टॉपिक के पर हर एक स्पीकर के कुछ न कुछ अपने अपने पर्सपेक्टिव्स होते हैं, उनके अपने अनुभवों के हिसाब से। एंड टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू हैव प्रोफेसर Manipadma Dutta. He is a Vice-Chancellor at TERI School of Advanced Studies. और I'm sure आज एक नया पर्सपेक्टिव मिलने वाला है, और we are going to learn a lot of today from Professor Manipadma Dutta. So कुछ ही देर में मैं सर को स्क्रीन पे लेके आने जा रहा हूँ और हम लोग इस प्रोग्राम की शुरुआत करेंगे। So yes, meanwhile आप ये बता सकते हैं कि आपको ये प्रोग्राम कैसा लग रहा है, आपको क्या सीखने को मिला। राइट, सो आज का जो टॉपिक है साथियों, आप देख सकते हैं क्रॉलर में, हायर एजुकेशन चैलेंजेस इन सर्च ऑफ अ सस्टेनेबल सिस्टम। इस प्रोग्राम पे आज हमारे बीच में प्रोफेसर मणिपद्मा दत्ता अवेलेबल हैं, और सर को मैं अभी थोड़ी देर में स्क्रीन पे लेके आने जा रहा हूँ। एंड हम लोग डिस्कशन करने वाले हैं इस टॉपिक के ऊपर। मैं सर की बात करूं, करीब 3 दशकों से ज्यादा ही हैज मोर देन 3 decades ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस वर्किंग विद डिफरेंट education institutions. He is a vice chancellor in TERI School of Advanced Studies, New Delhi. और आज हम लोग सर का इंसाइट लेने वाले हैं इस टॉपिक पे। सो बिना कुछ वक्त गवाए मैं सर को स्क्रीन पे लेने जा रहा हूँ, जिससे कि आज के कार्यक्रम की विधिवत शुरुआत करते हैं। Yeah, hi sir, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Sir, namaskar and thank you so much for being here. आपका समय देने के लिए।
I am also thankful to all of you because we are all in a joint effort today.
Thank you sir. So sir, शुरुआत करते हैं आज के प्रोग्राम की। And as I always share, there is always a story in every life journey. If you could just share your life journey with us, and a lot of students have joined in, and I believe it is going to inspire them. If you can just share a brief.
Uh, my life is like all other ordinary human beings, because I believe that to become an ordinary human being is the most challenging thing on earth.
Right.
So that ordinary human being means normal human being who is compassionate with others. You see that I am from basically from Kolkata. Uh, I speak Bengali. It's my mother tongue. And you see, I am from the land of Rabindranath Tagore. I uh, I graduated from Calcutta University. I did my post graduation also from Calcutta University, my PhD from Calcutta University, and then I taught there for long 17 years.
Okay.
And then I relocated myself for some time. I was in Ahmedabad. Then I came to IMT Ghaziabad. I was there a chair professor. Then also in the meantime, I had some brief stint with industry as an employee, but to remain some sort of consultant to industry is much safer than being a part of it. And then I also made my chartered secretaries. I am a fellow member of the Institute of Company Secretaries of India, and I have also done my case training in Harvard Business School.
Oh, lovely.
And these are the things. But and I also taught the University of Brussels for some time, and these are all about me. But I'm the son of a teacher. I have one daughter. She is also a teacher in a German university, University of Cologne. Her mother is a teacher.
Oh,
My grandfather was a teacher. So we are very co-teaching family. So we love teaching. Not that by default I have joined teaching. Rather, it is a absolutely positive decision, because I think that everybody would understand that teaching is the only profession where you are your own boss. And if the students accept you, then you are the king, otherwise, you have no meaning.
wow.
And, and the kind of satisfaction you get in teaching, it is absolutely unavailable and impossible in other professions, because you are always to depend on outside forces. But when you can take a right class and you can really change some life, so automatically that sort of satisfaction is unmatchable. And if a teacher does not really teach well one day, only he knows or she knows that he has not done his duty.
Right.
Nobody knows it. So I think that teaching still the noblest profession. And another thing is that our whole world is dominated by bosses, not by leaders. And in teaching, bossism is much, much less. So even after doing the job of being a vice chancellor of a niche university who work in sustainability area, I always say first I'm a teacher, then anything. And maybe that I think that if you are not a good teacher, first, if you are not a good human being, you are meaningless. If you are not a good teacher, you can never become a good administrator.
So true, sir.
So this is very simple. And I am also from the land of Vivekananda, who says that you see that by fluke, nothing good could happen. So everything has its own logical consequences and sequences. So there is, I think but at the same time, I am not really trading into the past. I have enormous faith into the posterity that my students, there are many, many many maligning statements and observation about the present generation, but I think that they are more mature. They are in more complex and complicated world, and I have seen that they have also a very big heart to embrace other. Otherwise, the India being a cosmopolitan country, being a secular country, could not survive.
Right.
So I have every faith in posterity, and I don't want that I become old, because if I live in the past, then I become old. Aging is a very natural phenomenon. Certainly, one day I'll be very aged. I'll also leave this art like everybody, but the students always keep me young. And this is the only profession where you are interacting with the posterity, because people, we live in our time. Time is very important. So
Yeah.
I know the younger generation much more because I am in teaching. No other profession can really give me this sort of
So,
satisfaction. So
so
this is.
this is really amazing, sir. I mean, you're coming from a family of like teachers to back to, I mean, the generations of teachers, in fact, or yeah, truly said. Teaching is one of the noble profession where you keep yourself young while interacting with youth and the young people all the time. And the more you are experienced, it is like we have read that ki experience is the best teacher. तो जैसे जैसे एक्सपीरियंस बढ़ता जा रहा है, ऑब्वियसली जो टीचिंग एंड ऑल दैट इज बीइंग एडेड to the credentials. That's great. Great to hear, sir. So आज का जो चैप्टर है सर, द टॉपिक दैट वी हैव चूज्ड is higher education challenges in search of a sustainable system. If I just uh, have your like insight on this, I mean, is this related to the COVID era that has come all of a sudden to us, and a lot of things have changed? So earlier things were not essential, today they are in the essential list, and things are today essential, probably they might not be essential after a few months or the moment the COVID is not there. So in education, we have seen a lot of changes, sir. So what changes you are experiencing at the university level or the your institution, sir?
Now I think that in these guys have started an interview. Now, what I say that COVID is a challenge undoubtedly, but if you look at the history of mankind,
Right.
we are facing challenges like anything. Plague has come, Spanish flu has come, influenza had come, polio has come. We live in the universe of viruses. Yes or no? We live in the universe of viruses. So I really don't understand why we are so scared of corona, because we are to live a life with corona and despite corona,
Right.
because the humanity is indomitable. Yes, COVID has made us a challenge, and humanity is certainly ready. Today I was just seeing a video shared by one of my colleagues that had you been born in 1900, then what you would have faced. So we must remember that our predecessors have faced many challenges.
Your experience, it is
So Second World War snatched away 60 million lives. Second World War in early 40s and ending in 1945, it has taken many lives. So we are, and that is the point is that life is a struggle, and that is the dialectics of life. And we shall again, I think that the best thing that no virus, no epidemic, no pandemic has been able to kill the mankind.
right.
So the point is that the entire force, and I think that in India, what governments are doing, much being done by the general people, because people on street, people who is my neighbor, they are helping us each other. Rather, the face of institution is very bad. In my university, there is one, because we are not a very big university, because you know that we work in sustainable studies area. To be very honest, much before going for official lockdown, from 16th March, we have gone completely online.
Oh,
From 16th March itself, we anticipated it.
I
So they
believe
have,
the lockdown was on 19th or 21st March, I believe.
no, lockdown actually officially it came from 25th of March, because 24th of March, our respected Prime Minister gave us only 3 hours to clamp a lockdown for 21 days, and which 21 days never ended.
Yeah.
So the point is that we felt the pulse, and from 16th of March, 13th of March was a Saturday, 14th and Friday, and 14th and 15th are Saturday. So me, and as you know that our registrar, our deans, on 13th I have sat with them, and we have decided that on 16th onward we shall be 100% online, and we are running it quite successfully. But at the same time, I
Very.
know that there are many issues involved. A few people might not have the access, or they might have some problem in connectivity, and you see that we have also made provisions for them, because the good system, a system is a really good system where the marginal users are taken care of, isn't it? A
Right.
democracy is not majoritarianism. A democracy is where the all sort of minorities are better protected. That is called democracy. Majority and democracy, they are two different things. Yes or no? So when, I don't know whether you are married, you are looking very young. If you have a kid, when he or she is born, that needs the protection, but the same level of protection you will certainly not give when the kid is grown up.
Yeah.
So when one is really sociologically weaker, economically weaker, caste-wise weaker, and all these things, race-wise weaker, they need they need more attention. So the point is that my students, they are not all coming from very well-to-do families. There are people who are stuck up in Kashmir. A lady I know, she is a Kashmiri and she is stuck up there. She has only the access to 2G, though we have also to take care of her problem, because COVID has come, certainly not with an identity card, nor with a prior notice.
Yeah.
So we are doing that. I think that humanity, not the technology. The main thing is humanity and compassion that could save us, not technology. Technology is the best in the hands of the military army. They can, by just pushing a button, they can destroy the whole world. Technology is that developed. But what we shall do with that? We shall do with the technology which really save us. And I can remember that in our school days, there was a very popular essays we had to write whether the science is a bane or a boon,
Yeah.
isn't it? So you
This
see,
was this was quite common topic to write every year.
yeah, but I think that some of the common things every time it should come back, because the longest journey of humanity is from this to heart.
Yeah.
If it does not percolate down to your heart, you cannot really practice that. Honest is the best policy. In India, हम लोग सब लोग बोलता है. So how many people practice it? If it is being practiced, it is practiced by ordinary people, not by the leaders, not by the celebrities. Only the common people. Whenever you find that you have a problem on the road, no educated people will come forward to help you. It will only the people on the street, a panwala, dabbawala, even a beggar will come to your help. Everybody's experience. If your car meets with an accident, that the middle class people having the car, they will never come to your rescue. only the urchin. So that is called humanity. That humanity is saving us. I have seen here
So,
that,
so here
please.
the students are listening to us, sir, and they have joined in. So, what suggestion that you would like to give? I mean, while we are talking a lot of on COVID, and so what is the masses out of
I
this?
think please don't always bring COVID. It has become
Yeah,
a fashion. It's okay. My point is that certainly COVID is a challenge,
yeah,
but it is a hygiene issue, not a health issue. And if there is COVID, certainly scientists are working,
yeah.
and have the faith in scientists, not the people who are not scientists. In India, that there are too many people, they know too many things.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. And I came to know, I don't know that the cow urine or cow, this gobar cures everything. I don't have any idea. I think the scientists say that it's absolutely is not a right kind of idea. So please, India has a big scientist pool. Let us develop that, and we shall develop. Not only India, every country is trying. And you see, what you are today discovering or inventing is not your property. It is the property of humanity. So vaccine will come, but another, already G4 is knocking at our door. Kazakhstan is full of an unknown influenza. So the point is that these challenges are there. People, yes, that we are alive is the magic. That we are alive is the magic, not that we are dead. Each and everybody has his own struggle. My student, the few students who have joined me, the people who have joined me, they know how they're surviving. But the question is that there is nothing to be disappointed. There is nothing to be depressed of. And if you don't see the light at the other side of the tunnel, you cannot keep yourself alive. So I have very simple, which I thought that I will say, I have a very simple formula, MCC, that is the mission, commitment, and compassion. These are the three things which are needed to do something, to change something. And certainly, I think that we shall overcome. And my young friends, they will overcome.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I can see comments are coming here, and Sanju Singh is saying that people should understand it deeply. What sir is saying, excellent, sir. Thank you. So thank you, Sanju, for putting your words here. So, sir, then what do you think? The
Uh,
how
I,
education?
instead of that, can you allow me to say a few words? Then certainly you are at liberty. Everybody has liberty.
Ji,
Questions, because in India, you know that in India, the culture of counter question has 1,000 years of history. In Upanishad, I am not a religious guy, but I read everything to reject it. Okay. So without knowing anything to reject it is absolutely a bullshit idea.
right,
Okay. So you must know it. The point is in Upanishad. It is there how to serve a guru, a disciple, a shishya, how to serve a guru. And he should serve by counter question, pariprashnena sevaya. That means by counter question. Even a big person, whether you like him or not, Karl Marx said, doubt everything. Doubt everything. If you don't doubt, how you will proceed? But
right.
the entire system says that don't doubt, don't raise a question, and just simply say that in the class, the teachers, they say, oh, you have become too smart and you are making questions. This is very bad culture. In India, Upanishad, why it is called Upanishad? Upanishad is called, Upo means nikot. When Ved is taught, by keeping the disciples near to Guru. That's why it is called Upanishad, Vedant. This is our culture. It has nothing to do with the Hinduism. It is a culture. It's our Indian culture. Indian culture is ask me questions. And when you cannot ask questions, if these people, they are not my intellectual slaves. They have come here. Do you think that if I think that I know everything and I know more than anybody, then
Yeah.
I think that I'm an idiot, I'm stupid. So the basic thing is that a teacher must first be a learner. Everything I have to learn. I'm telling you that there is a very big professor called Gayatri Chakravarti Spivak. She is called the intellectual of the intellectual. Now she is touching almost 80. She was also from Bengal, but basically she is an American. She married to Spivak, and she is the interpreter of Derrida, the French philosopher, postmodernist. And Gayatri Chakraborty once she told that whatever new ideas come to me, it only comes when I teach in the class. So in that way, teachers are my greatest gurus.
Yeah.
They make us learn. If they don't question, then I think that, oh, I know everything and everybody is my slave here. No, not at all. So the
संस्कृत में वो अहम ब्रह्मास्मि जो बोलते हैं सर.
अहम ब्रह्मास्मि क्यों सब पहले ही शुरू होता है सो अहम हु इज गॉड ही इज
Right.
इनसाइड एंड रविन्द्रनाथ टैगोर सेड दैट आप আপনাকে জানা আমার ফুরাবে না সেই জানারই সঙ্গে সঙ্গে তোমায় চেনা তো the journey to know myself is an endless journey whom you know less Praveen it's you. It is you who you know nothing about you. That's why in Upanishad it is said Attanam Viddhi. First know yourself.
Yeah.
You don't know that if I don't know myself, then how I can know others? Vidya dadati vinayam ये कोई आशाराम बापू का प्रवचन नहीं है. It's a realization.
Yeah. Very true.
It is a realization, the realization, and everybody, you see, look at that, the people who change art, they were all illiterate, but they were educated. Confucius was illiterate. Jesus Christ was illiterate. This, our Ramakrishna ji was illiterate. I'm not a religious guy, but they are the movers and shakers.
Yes.
They are the movers and shakers of civilization. They are all illiterate. Tao was illiterate. Lord Buddha was illiterate. Tirthankar was illiterate, but they are sufficiently educated.
Right.
So the man those who are growing the crops in the field, they're more educated than me. If I die, a vice-chancellor will die. But if a farmer dies, you will be deprived of the food. But look at that. I am a vice-chancellor. So the kind of social prestige and benefits I'm enjoying, but the rice I'm eating, the person who is doing that, what is his position in the society? I'm not talking about only India. The whole of the world is in a vicious cycle. Everybody knows that if you enter a mall, then or a supermarket, then ultimately you will buy. When you come out, you'll find that what you decided to buy, accepting that you have bought everything. So education is that enables us to choose the right thing for the right purpose.
Right.
Now people are not alive without having pizza, without having a McD, without having junk food. Rather, they are living much better. Corona has also taught us it's not a challenge. Every challenge is a big opportunity to learn. It has taught us that our simple living is the best model on earth.
Very true. Very true, sir.
So that is the point. That's the point. The whole, and you can never. Jesus said that love all men as your brothers. Why? I think it's absolutely correct. Because if your neighbor is not happy, you cannot remain happy. You can't remain happy, isn't it? So I'm really sorry that I speak the things I try to speak very simple thing, because I think that simplicity. Rabindranath Tagore said that সহজ কথা যায় না বলা সহজে. The simple things cannot be uttered in a simple way. That's why we call that the teacher who cannot convince, he confuses.
बिल्कुल सही कहा सर. आई मीन सिंप्लिसिटी. इनफैक्ट दिस इज व्हाट आई मीन. आज मैं मॉर्निंग में किसी से बात कर रहा था, and I was sharing the idea, just like the experience for last 3-4 months. During the normal days, I used to have like outside food for more than 70%, and it's been 4 months that घर का खाना खुद ही बना के. So I'm not married, sir. जो आपने बात करी थी उस time पे. So let me answer here. So I cook myself because cook and all सब चीजें बंद हैं, and I have realized a drastic change in my own health and the immune system, because बाहर का oily food and सब कुछ खाने से better है कि जब आप घर पे.
Now I am interfering here.
Yeah.
I am trying to, I'm going to accuse you. You said that I am not married, so I am cooking myself. So you thought that if you had you been married, only your wife would have cooked for you.
No,
it's a very sexist comment.
I was trying to say that I don't have cook. I am cooking myself.
No. It's a mental construct. It's a mental. Go to Europe, America. People, they cook their food themselves. I'm not, please don't take it in letter, but take it in the spirit. Because you have seen your mother cooking, all the household work. I found today that one of my friend he's a journalist. He is flexing his muscle into the Facebook that even being a man, I can cook. So what's great in that? Why should rather I think that even being a man, why you cannot cook your own food?
I'm a very good cook, sir. I can cook everything.
Everybody is a good cook. Everybody is a good
when I came here in Delhi, I was not able to make a tea.
Yeah, that is the point. We are very feudal. We think that the women are for domestic work.
Yeah.
This is not correct. I think that a marriage, what is a marriage? Marriage is basically nothing but a commitment towards life to go together. Am I right or not? So the point is that very simple thing is that since I have seen somewhere where to break the chain. I have seen my mother that, Amartya Sen's work, Amartya Sen has shown that the women in the subcontinent, they are always anemic. Because, for the biological reason, for long they lose regularly blood. They should get much better food. But instead, a mother takes the food in the family last. Yes or no? The political leader who is talking about women's liberation outside, and when he gets back, he orders his wife, get me a glass of water.
True.
So this is the reality. This is the reality, bhai. Reality has to. I think that each and every work can be done by everybody. If you are with me, I find that Praveen he needs food, I'll cook for you. If you find that I need food, you will cook for me, and that is what it is. And the women are only for this housekeeping and all these things. Actually, that is basically we are just simply suppressing the women. And you know that even when you marry, one day I think you will marry, and you will try to find out somebody who earns less than you. That is another challenge.
Things are changing, sir, slowly and gradually. One of my the co-partner in the company, Mr. Ravi's Malhotra, he is cooking for last 4 months, and every day there is a new picture and the new dish. So चीजें बदल रही हैं.
No, but at the same time, had she been a woman, that picture you won't have noticed. Since he's a male, he is cooking, you think it's an achievement. And you think that women are born cook. Why this is so? That is absolutely a very sickening construct. I don't care for that. I'm sorry. Let us
That's fine, sir. I mean, जो चीजें आप बता रहे हैं बिल्कुल सच हैं. This is not the matter of being
and
sorry.
you say that things are changing slowly. I have seen that many people they say things are changing slowly. अरे कितना slowly? हम लोग और कितना इंतजार करेंगे? 1000 साल, 2000 साल? Even in Darwinianism, if our brain develops, there is a missing link. That's why revolution is needed, not only evolution. Revolution is also a part of evolution. You have to change things. Because वो simply हम लोग बोले तो बेटी पढ़ाओ, बेटी बचाओ, उसके बाद कुछ काम हुआ, बेटी का ऊपर अत्याचार.
Political campaign है सर ये तो.
No. I think that I believe that our Prime Minister, with all his good intention, he said. But the question is that Prime Minister is not the country. The whole of us are the country. What is said, there is nothing wrong in it. We have not been able to accept it and to implement it. Okay, so can I speak a little bit on the higher education system, or you shall go this way? I'm equally comfortable with both.
Then completely, sir. We can move to the. In fact, I saw a question coming in, and let me find it because हो सकता है ये ऊपर चला गया हो.
Then it's okay, fine. I think I am always in a dialogue mode, not in a monologue mode.
Yeah. So Tejaswini Suryavanshi is asking, hello, sir.
I would like to know your point of view on UGC conducting exams of students in current situation. Thank you. Yeah, I think I am also thanking you. Some Tejaswini, no?
Yeah.
Tejaswini, the name itself is scaring me. Tejas and Tejaswini. Very good. It's a good question. Sometime back, a Russian agency was putting me while interviewing the same question. Now the question is that, the point is that our whole education system is unfortunately not learning based, examination based. And examination is nothing but elimination. Now you see that in one day, government cannot change it. I think there should be some educational national debate. The point is that, look at that. Who is a good boy? Who is a good girl? Jisko marks ज़्यादा मिला. So that means everything we basically depend on examination and its result. But actually, learning based should be the education system, not the exam based. There is a book by Amartya Sen, The Country of Fast Boys. I can remember when I was in Goenka College of Commerce and Business Administration in Kolkata, then one of my friends said, "Dekh, सबको सब बोलता है, my Hindi is terrible, you please tolerate me." जो सब लोग बोलता है कि मेरा पापा ने फास्ट होते थे. अरे तो वो जनरेशन में सेकेंड कौन होते थे? Now this is our mental construct. That's why it is an inferiority complex. I don't believe that the person who takes who takes the first position in the class is the best person in the class. I have seen.
Right.
I'm telling you one small anecdote of my life. Then I was in the Institute of Management Technology. We had a program where that was an executive MBA program where the people with 6 to 7 years of experience, that is the ISB model, they used to leave the job or take the leave, and 15 months they were being taught by us, and then they went for a project or dissertation. Now you see that there was somebody, I am not naming him, now he's a big shot, and he tended to get almost zero in finance. Finance is my core area. So then, but one day when I went to to teach in a specialization course, and I found him. I said, "Arey, what brought you here?" Sir, I am not eligible, but I love your teaching. That's why I am here. Then he told me one thing, "Sir, आप देखिए जब placement आएंगे ना," and that was very lateral placement, not the entry placement. "I will back the job fast." Exactly, he did that. Then I thought that I'm stupid. I am assessing him giving 10 or 12 in finance, but this is not the whole of life. And he grabbed the best of the job. So the people who are in the first position, not necessarily they are the change makers. Yes, I have a relatively good result, but I basically believe the new economy has made more scope for the people who cannot mug up and vomit the thing into the exam paper. And there are work for others. What is this? That only the first boys and second boys? I get really absolutely batsal when I find in Delhi University 99%, 99.9%. What the bullshit is going on? It's not. The new economy has proven that this is the beauty of this new economy, the communication revolution, that it need not to be a faster. Because Dr. William Bridges, I don't know how many of you have learned his name. He was a professor of English in a renowned American university. In 1974, he left the job and he started writing books. His first book was Job Shift. Second book was You and Your Company. You and Your Company. Now, he was the protagonist of this hypothesis that the job is the product of industrial revolution. And that will go over. In 21st century, people have many work to do, but not a job. And nowadays, you see that COVID has shown that online we can do a lot of things.
Right.
We can do a lot of, and you see that social distancing does not tell us that we shall be unsocial, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is social distancing, but we should not abandon the idea of social commitment. That's why you are all here.
Yeah, there
Now,
is a certain word with distancing.
coming back to Tejashini, that Tejashini, my response, official response is that they have very little alternative, but my moot response is that the examination has to happen, because even in nursery, I don't know, when if you take your child to the nursery class, they ask him, they conduct an interview. But इसलिए तो I don't understand. Then it is the Abhimanyu story that when he was in mother's womb, he used to learn the how to enter the buho. So the point is that we are driven by examination. Look at that. He has first class. Okay, he has studied English medium, Bengali, Hindi, and they are all so rich languages. I find that my students, unfortunately, you see that the Hindi-speaking people, they hardly know the name of many Hindi modern, even classical authors. So the point is that the English has left us, but they have made a permanent bondage for us. Why I am speaking English here? I should have spoken in some Indian language where every 100 mile has a language.
Right.
So, Tejashwini, I am with you, but we are driven by examination.
Thank you. Hope Tejashwini got the answer. Here is one more question by Millie Arora, sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
How sustainable urban development is different from urban planning at other institutes? Other institutes, I don't understand. Please share your thing. I am addressing because the second part of the other institutes, I really don't understand. But the urban development, now you see that smart cities. Isn't it? I think that Millie Arora, I think that you have also heard about the smart cities.
She is the aspirant to get admission in your university, sir.
Okay, fine. So my point is that urban development, you see that urbanity, you know that urban development is also causing a lot of concern. That's why the sustainable urban development is needed. Unfortunately, only 4% of the world area is has been urbanized, and we are still not been able to handle that. So urban development now, but we are I think that we are approaching in a wrong way. We are means macro wise. We do it in a different way. In our institute, we put all the emphasis on sustainability. Sustainability is not only the environment, the entire milieu. Now the point is the smart city. Now the point is that in an urban development, if there is one thing is very sure, if you want to have a rich person, somebody has to become poor. If you want to gain in stock market, somebody must have lost. This is the dialectics, yes or no? Actually, it's a zero-sum game. Now look at that. World's largest slum, where is it? It's in Rome. If there is an urban development that way, then you need the people who are to work, the domestic work for you. So automatically urban and slum development, they are absolutely correlated positively with each other. Now, in case of urban development, we need. I have said that everyone felt like sir is going to know to examination. I'll come to that. Now, the point is that this urban development, merely please, if you really want to study it, then you must certainly hit at the root that what is smart. Development and growth, they are two different things. Growth and development are two different things. The development is positive, growth is not that positive, because look at that, cancer is a growth. If you develop too much, it is cancerous. So the urban development, sustainable urban development is what it is needed. And that is the point. That means that we are addressing the point more logically. That's why Gandhiji's concept of self-sufficient village, the concept of self-sufficient urbanity is the need of the hour. I also live in a high rise. There I find that everybody is dependent, we are all dependent on Kamwalis. Now, this is one of the offshoots of urbanity. At the same time, if there is no power, merely you don't wait for sustainable power or renewable energy. You wait for just energy. So the point is that please, wherever you join if you have the interest in the urban development studies, you have to think, you please try to everybody who are present here, please try to give some new thought. We are junk, we are fossilized. The new people should come to give us a jerk. And somebody said that there should not be any examination. If you say that not as the Vice-Chancellor, I must say yes, obviously, that examination is not the whole of the thing. Why all examination? An examination, I know, being in Calcutta University, I have seen that a person in mathematics, he got 80% plus in one examiner, in other examiner, he got 40% plus. If it could happen in mathematics, then it could happen in other areas more naturally. Examination is a very, very, very tricky thing. I think that our system should be more learning based, not examination based. That's why the people are saying ranking. What we need is competitiveness, not ranking. Ranking is always discriminating the institutions. Competition helps to grow. The competitiveness is not ranking. Now everybody is a they give the ranking. Best management school, best. What is your local standing? Skill is needed, undoubtedly. Skill is needed. But you know that in you need three types of skill in life: conceptual skill, human skill, and technical skill. Conceptual skill is also a skill. You have to conceive the idea, because you must have a critical mind, and the minds they change. The history of mankind is not the history of rajas or kings or emperors. History of mankind is the history of mind, how things have developed over mind. That's why. But you look at that, the Messi, Ronaldo, our Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, they are the heroes of no use. The people who are working in labs and the nurse who is serving the corona patient, they have very little to celebrate because nobody cares for them. So our entire mental construct is defective. We have to change ourselves.
Great. So I believe, Millie, you got the answer. और एग्जाम्स के बारे में भी क्लैरिटी मिल गई आप सभी लोगों को.
I am telling you that you can always share my email ID with them. If anybody has any question, any point of time, I don't have any problem. I don't know. Please don't think that I know the answer. But certainly we shall jointly together try to find answer. And you see that there is no one answer.
Yeah.
There was a filmmaker who inspired Satyajit Ray, and again he was also equally very much fond of Satyajit Ray. His name was Akira Kurosawa. In early 1950s, Akira Kurosawa made a movie called Rashomon. And the Rashomon, I don't know whether somebody has watched it or not. In Rashomon, a lady was passing through a jungle. Some bandits molested her, raped her. 8 hermits with ashramik, real ashramik, no koi Astha channel ka ashramik nahi hai. The real ashramik, real saints, 8, they have witnessed the entire episode, and in the court they gave their account, and every description was true, but every description was qualitatively different from others. And in 1950s, Akira Kurosawa has put us to the basic question: what is truth? There is no one truth. There are many truths, and truths are not monodirectional. It is the way of looking at things. I don't know whether you are liking my words or not, because what is truth? Truth is that somebody said, I'm not naming him, he is a politically controversial person, not to me controversial person, but in this, he said that there is no truth. Either it's your truth or it's my truth. My truth is different from your truth. So that is the whole of the story. So the point is that I will always try to jointly find the answers. That if there is no questions, we will not find anything. We are complacent and we'll be happy. And happiness is the most dangerous thing. Complacence is the most dangerous thing. That's why in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, I am not a follower of that, but I read everything. That it is in Gyananjana Shalaka. Gyananjana Shalaka. Gyan Rup Anjan Tadrup Shalaka. So you have to Gyananjana Shalaka deke aapko aankhi फोड़ना hai. So God has gifted you sight, but you have to develop your vision. Sight and visions are not same. Somebody, Aman Bhat, kindly take my question, please.
Aman ka, here is the question.
You told initially I belong from land of Vivekananda, who said, give me 100 people, I'll change the country. So really our education. Yes, absolutely. Aman, absolutely. I have no doubt about Vivekananda's honesty and ability. But I have also reservation regarding Vivekananda. Because Bhakti is not a cup of my tea. I doubt everything. But at the same time, Vivekananda, he was an the intellectual of intellectuals, and his commitment and what he said is absolutely correct. So this make you, I know, yeah, that if you are really Sanjeev, if you are, but don't get scared. Don't get scared. Nobody can. You see that anybody can kill you, but anybody cannot kill an idea.
Perfect. Great. So, if there is any other question that you want to ask, guys, just drop your question in the comment box. We have another 3 minutes to go for this talk, and I'm sure this insightful session is really helping you to learn more. So just drop your question. Anything else that you want to share? Because there is a few seconds lag, so to reach
No,
the question.
I think that I talked about in such of a sustainable system. What is sustainability? People don't. You see that they also borrow the definition from Brundtland. Actually, sustain means that which can sustain on the onslaughts. Things will come, but can we sustain? That is your power to sustain the unforeseen and foreseen dangers and threats. But every danger and threat is also an opportunity, isn't it? Now you see that is called sustainability. It is nothing only with the environment.
Right.
Such a thought. So please try to understand that more equitable world is needed, more transparent world is needed. People say that our students are not attentive. And the question is that I cannot make it attractive. That's why. And our student, what they know that after education, what to do? They don't have any guarantee. So much of unpredictability. Now, how these people will feel motivated? Can we give a guarantee that the student after doing the degree, he will get a decent job? Arey bhai, ultimately everybody has to live a life. Now what happens? And you see the privatization. Privatization is needed undoubtedly, but the question is the who will check the quality? Look at that. There are universities where there is no student, there is no commitment, and they're misguiding the students. So the point is that it has become a money-making machine. Please don't get trapped into that. Please find out what you are not, what you are having the highest mark. Please, what you love to do, and stick to that. Success will come, I am telling you. What you love to do, first you identify what you love to do. If you don't like mathematics, don't. Why you don't like mathematics? You know that we are always provided with the worst mathematics teachers on life. Solving a mathematical problem is a celestial pleasure. But we have 99% of us always faced a mathematics teacher in life who is a junk and who has created fear about mathematics. What are your views on placement post-COVID, and by when will the situation become normal again? Dipangshu, it is such a question that even I think that God himself is muted, on mute. But the question is that everything will transform. You are correct. But at the same time, there is nothing, because I'm telling you that the new normal is coming. The new normal is coming. And in new normal, again, I am telling you, my dear boy, that try to watch, and what you have the passion for, do it. There are several ways to express yourself, to hone up your skill. I
Right.
think skilling you is this the skilling you, Praveen Kumar, is there. I will also urge you to find out newer areas, and skill should be much broadly defined. Skill, no skill is needed. No skill is needed, is necessary if it cannot solve human problem. So the point is that let us have these words to conclude the session. I am very hopeful about you. Life is a struggle. Love what you do. Never try to do anything which you don't like. If you like, then do. And if you don't like, don't do. Find out what you like. Thank you very much. And if you have any other question, please. Yeah, 100 people. Yeah, I will change the country. So really our education is creating such people? Or certainly not. Obviously not. That's why all these issues are there. What is education? Education brings consciousness. Consciousness brings change. Education is not a set of skills. Education, if you take history, I take finance, Praveen take physics, but our goal is same, to get ourselves educated. Education is the level of consciousness. Education is critical mind. Education is to develop the courage to disagree. Disagree. Now you say everything is that. अरे तुमको ये करना है. तुमको शादी का time, a girl has to be on the left side of the groom. Why? Where it is written? What is natural, accept it. What is not natural, reject it. And never, please, if you know your things, you never have to be scared of anything. With all my good wishes. Thank you.
Very true, sir. Very true. Thank you so much, sir, for such an insightful session. I can see the comments there, friends. You can just share your feedback here if you want to share anything that you feel. You can find sir on LinkedIn as well, or आप connect कर सकते हैं सर से. और सर आपने कहा था कि अगर मेल आईडी शेयर कर दें, I can just drop
you please write down my don't the official my personal email ID Manipadma 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 2384 at gmail.com.
Manipadma 2384 at gmail.com.
Yeah.
So here you go.
You show me Manipadma 2384 at gmail.com. Please.
Perfect.
I would love to interact with the young people, because this is that we are all fossilized. Very nice to give this opportunity to meet some young minds, including you. But I think that let us change ourselves. Don't try to change outside. Let us change inside. The man who said that if we get 100 educated people, that time Vivekananda meant that real education makes people stronger. Make people stronger. If you are educated, you are more strong. You can challenge even God. Okay. Thank you very much.
Perfect, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time, sir, and accepting our request to share your views here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, friends. Take care, and thank you for being here. See you tomorrow at 5 o'clock once again. Take care. Bye-bye.